Hi, I'm Rob Holding, centre-back for Arsenal Football Club, and I'm about to watch some football movies and dissect them.
Mike Bassett, England manager.
Mike Bassett, England manager, I've never actually seen before. I think I've seen clips just that have been like memed and stuff like that nowadays, but I've never actually sat and watched it, so.
England must win, or hope that a minor mathematical miracle will see them through. Wackett begins the game in a typically robust fashion.
Yeah, it's obviously a red card. The initial tackle I thought was just a yellow, maybe not even a yellow. But then yeah, his reaction of getting on top of him and laying into him is worthy of a red card and probably a prison sentence.
Baby, I do care how you feel. Perhaps you can have a word. That's it, carry on.
He won't get away with that. Manager's asked to speak to you. One, he's on his phone anyway, that just wouldn't happen. And even when the manager's asked to speak to him and he's just gone, oh yeah, just 1 second boss, I'm just finishing the phone call. That just wouldn't happen. You'd expect a manager to pick up the phone and throw it across the room or something if you were doing that.
You think it's big and clever, do you, swearing and shouting at people? Can't you think it's something constructive to say? Because if you can, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, all right. Why don't you play 2 people up front instead of 1?
2, okay, anything else?
Yeah, you could switch Rob out in the left flank and the right, because he's a little Sandra back into the attacking midfield role, right? Danny drops back and he shores up defence. It's easy. Nice to see Messi make some of his jinking runs into the box like he does for his club. That's it. You bring this and fair brother alongside each other up front, you've got an effective partnership of strength and skill.
Yeah, if you've had a bad result and you're getting onto the coach, sometimes some fans could be shouting abuse at you. And like, to be fair to Mike Bassett at the start, like, fans just shouting abuse, it's like, what's the point in that? You just stand there swearing at someone. If you actually got something constructive to say, and I hear your opinion, but then the way he reacts is funny, but obviously he's just going to do what he wants anyway.
Come on, lads, let's go away. Come on, let's go.
Come on your feet, nice and bright. Come on, lads.
Come on, lads, let's move it up. Come on. Where's the balls, Dodgy?
Come on, lads, where's the balls, eh? Come on, get the balls, lads. Come on, lads.
Dodgy, where's the balls?
I don't know, boss.
I've been out to training like as a scholar, and the lads whose job it was to pump them up haven't pumped them up, so we've had flat balls all session. But never forgot the balls. That's brilliant.
Half-time in La Bombonera Stadium, and England trail Mexico by 2-0.
Have you heard what the crowd is shouting? Bastards and bastards! They shouldn't be shouting at me! They should be shouting at you! And do you know why? Because it's half-time and we're 2-0 down to the Mexicans! Wrong with you! Get your fingers out! Where's your bottle gun? And come and pay attention when I'm talking to you! If you don't want to wear the shit off, there's thousands of kids out there who die and put that shit on! Back on the field, show what you can do, or off home on the plane! You got that?
England lose 4-0.
Half-time changing room rants. I've been in the changing room for a few of them. I've seen tactic boards get thrown across the changing rooms and come in, shouted at us, thrown it across, and then walked out. And then the assistants come in and actually spoke to us to give us some idea of what to do. But yeah, it's just emotion running high, and if you're England manager, I suppose it's turned up another 100%. So yeah, the swearing, yeah, it happens, and you sort of picking out the information between the swearing, but they're just so emotional at the time that they just need to get a message across, and shouting and swearing sometimes the way that they do it.
Goal.
He having his first training session in Newcastle, so it's like welcome to the northeast, cold, raining, pitches muddy, and obviously he's used to LA where it's sunny and dry pitches. So you can see he's skinned the centre half there. You can see he's got a bit of technical skill, and Yeah, and they're kicking him now because a new trialist comes on and starts skinning everyone. You don't want him. You don't want him to do you again, so you sort of give him a little kick, and that sort of stops him, puts him out of his stride. So that does happen, and you can see he just keeps landing in the mud, and he's in the cold and the rain, and I find it being very difficult for him. It happens rarely, but you will get a flailing arm sometimes when you're jumping up as a defender. Yeah, Santiago's coming on now for his debut. He was obviously on the bench and the striker got injured, so he comes on in his replacement and gets his first appearance for the team. I'm sure as he gets told that, he's at first a bit nervous, but then as soon as he's on the pitch, you sort of lose all them nerves, and you're so concentrating on the game that you don't really realise that you're playing in front of 40,000 people and on TV where millions are watching. He gets a little word there from one of his friends on the team, which is nice, sort of puts him at ease. That does happen when you see a young lad come on for his first time. A senior player, he'll grab him and put his arm around him and just have a little word in his ear that might just settle him a bit and help him play.
You'll be fine. They can fix anything these days, man. I don't know. It felt really bad when it happened. You could just tell. I reckon I might have to skip them salsa lessons.
Not a nice feeling being injured, and when you can see the swelling and the bruising coming out in your knee, you sort of know it's something serious. And obviously it's his mate that looked after him when he was in the reserves. Yeah, it's a tough one to take, but like Santiago said, they can fix most things nowadays. Obviously with me and Hector recently and Callum, you have these cruciate injuries and they can repair them so the knee's stronger than it was before, which is good. So yeah, it's a tough moment, but you get through it.
Escape to victory.
Escape to victory, I've never actually seen this one, so I'm interested to see what it's about.
Where'd you learn to do that?
When I was a boy.
There's obviously Pele.
In Trinidad.
I think they've had a few footballers do sort of cameos in films. I know Beckham did one and got slated for his line. If the chance got there and I was offered it, don't know if I'd turn it down or not, depends where I was in my career. If I was struggling, I'd be like, yeah, I'll just take it.
Stupid bloody yacht. What the hell do you think this is?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone just going full Rocky on people, throwing him to the ground. Yeah, obviously rugby tackle would be a foul. He looks like he's playing the wrong sport, to be honest. The Boris Johnson falling into someone, I remember this. It's the way he gets up and looks back at him like, come on, get up, that was nothing that. But you see him running towards him, just losing his balance and falling into him. Yeah, the lads are just warming up, going through stretches. It's nothing outrageous there, just normal stretches. I've never done that before. Sort of sit-up thing. And yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Pitch is a bit bobbly. Practicing slide tackles in a while, I've never done that before. It's got injury written all over it. That's quite a nice drill, the three people just sort of intertwining runs and passing and setting. Keeper no gloves.
Pick him up now, pick him up. I got it. Come on.
Oh, keeper's come and not got it. Yeah, keeper coming out to claim a cross, shouting I've got it, and doesn't get it, and they score. It's the keeper's fault, and he gets the blame for that one. Sylvester Stallone in goal, going to punch it as well. You'd expect him to at least make contact with the punch, but he totally misses it. Yeah, it helps having, when you're doing a football film, it helps having players in on it, so then like the movements and the sort of the way they strike a ball looks natural. Where you see some actors that try and kick it and they can barely lift their leg up.
Fantastic, Terry. At least we broke out. We scored a goal.
Oh, yes. Who scored?
Terry scored a goal. Terry scored a goal. Fantastic. What's the score now? 4-1. But at least we scored a goal. 1 goal.
You're doing good. You'll be all right.
You must be in the second.
Sylvester Stallone with a busted nose and blood all over his face. It's just iconic. Half time, one of the players is injured and lay on a bed, so all the players are coming checking in on him and speaking to him. I remember obviously my injury. I was in Old Trafford, I was in the changing rooms, and you can hear the crowd still, so you know when there's a goal, there's a big cheer. And more often than not, they've got a TV in the changing rooms that you can watch the game on. So you could at least sit there and watch the game and support the lads. But it is right. At half time, all the lads came in and like putting that little arm around you and just check on you and see how you're doing. So that's realistic and does happen, yeah. And yeah, that's the moment when that cross comes in and you can see it's coming towards you. It's sort of, you see your name in lights the next day for the winner, and you can keep your eye on the ball, and obviously he goes for an overhead kick. Defending an overhead kick is difficult, especially if the cross is behind. As you're running back towards your goal, it comes in behind you, because then the striker's got the advantage because he's got his body between you and the ball and can just flip over. I suppose you just jump and stick your head in there and hope it doesn't get kicked and you maybe block the ball.
Fever pitch.
My first game I went to was a United game at Old Trafford, and I remember sort of going through with my dad and having a little United shirt on, and just all the crowds trying to get through to your seat, and you're staying close to your dad so you don't lose him. Yeah, Highbury. Yeah, you see the pitch for the first time. It's a good feeling seeing the lines and just the whole stands around you. What I remember most about Old Trafford was walking up and then doing this now, where you're walking past people to sit down into a seat and just thinking like, I'm going to fall forward because it seems so steep, and like the drop to the chairs below, you feel like you could fall down if you leant forward too much. Teammates aren't very friendly there, are they? Hey, kids missed his penalty. Obviously, no matter how old you are, you have so much pressure on yourself, even if you're playing a Sunday League game or if you're playing on the Emirates on the Saturday. Like, yeah, he misses, which happens, but then his teammates just batter him and don't really help him out with it, which I think is important, that he needs someone to put his arm around him and just be like, come on, it's all right. We can. You might lose that, but then there's always like another game that he needs to focus on. So. Yeah, I think his teammates could be a bit more friendly to him there.
Bend it like Beckham.
I've sort of seen clips of it, so I kind of know what it's about, but we'll see what we see. Say what you see, Roy, say what you see. Yeah, of course, it's Beckham on the wall.
Do you reckon anyone has Rob Holding pictures on their wall?
I'd like to think so. If some young kid just sort of aspires to be like me, as a poster up of me on the wall. Be interested to see if people do. Chenko. Yeah, the famous Carl Jenkinson photo in his bedroom back home with his mum and dad's house. Just Arsenal top to bottom. You gotta love it. Seems pretty legit, sort of camera cutting and chopping. So I don't think it's as free flowing as like an actual game. Obviously it's staged because it's a movie, but it looks decent. Like people around, I'm not sure about that bit. Yeah, like it's obvious someone's thrown the ball up for it to head, and then they've just cut to someone just throwing the ball away from the keeper. I don't think that's actually off her head into the net.
If this is the only way I'm going to see you smiling on your sister's wedding day, then go now. But when you come back, I want to see you happy on the video. Play well and make us proud.
Yeah, she's left her sister's wedding to go and play a game. I did something similar. When I was at Bolton, my godbrother was getting married on the same day, and I was playing first team at the time, so I had to play the game. And then as soon as it finished, I had to drive up to the wedding and sort of missed the ceremony at the start, but got the reception at the hotel. I got the best bit, really. She's got a free kick on the edge of the box now, and I guess she's going to bend it in like Beckham. There's people fighting in the wall. I mean, they've got a rule against that now, but she's running up. Sets it out wide. I'm not sure what the keeper's positioning is, to be honest. She's hogging the front post. She's never going to make it across to get there. Oh, she's dived past it and it's come back across her. Yeah, I think that was an exaggerated bend on that free kick, but it's doable, but I'm not sure how much bend you can get on it. So after looking through all the films, I'd say they were good, like realistic. Obviously the Mike Bassett one's a bit of a comedy as well, so they exaggerate things and make that a bit more than it actually is. Some of the play in goal and escape to victory was decent and looked realistic. Bend It Like Beckham, a few little bits are clipped in and sort of staged, but all in all, realistic and entertaining movies. Hope you enjoyed that. Let us know if we've missed any of your favourite football films, and maybe we can come back and have a look at them ones.